Hey guys, Jack Kantus here, and I want to thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. Now I'm going to show you a complete tour of our mega base to kind of like show you guys appreciation for what I've been doing on this base and how much work and effort that a lot of people put into this base, and a lot of the YouTube crowd you guys have been missing out simply the fact that I don't stream on YouTube and you guys can't catch the streams because of monetized music in the background when I do these streams. So come on to Twitch, you guys want to watch them live. I don't do much of the Mega Base anymore, but I wanted to show you guys this before the update and before anything breaks. So for a complete mod list as well, you can go to Twitch and find out how to get the mods there as well if you guys want to make your own Mega Base. Well, starting here, this is our starting portal. Nothing too fancy. Just kind of built it all nice and pretty for the new players. So over here, we have just some equipment for some new spawns to come in here, and if you want to change your character. I also have the mod called Arrow View. Also gives you a grander scape of what have we done in this mega base. As you can see, I'll be using this a lot. Coming over here, and just to start with, I started to mock a little bit of the hamlet forest over here. Try to make my own little mock biome of it. Nothing too fancy, just a mock replica of the forest. This is my friendly lore plant. He's my trash can. He's not doing a very good job. He's supposed to be eating all this rot and random food spawns that happen here. This happens in every Don't Starve world. You gotta find this and get rid of that shit, or use it, exploit it if you want to. It's in the game. So he usually eats all that crap, so it's not all spawning in there. So coming down here, a friend of mine, Necro, I made a little dark forest for him. I made this creepy dark forest. And I thought it had a nice aesthetic to it. It's very unique. If I do not say myself, I'd never seen a biome such as this in anybody else's base, so I thought it looked nice. So here's his Everglom Spidertopia. He likes his place covered in tier 3 spider nests, that's why you see the spider loot here. But this is mostly his doing. It's really nice. I like it. There's usually some spoods running around here, but they're in their little holes today. So coming out of there, we'll continue the tour. And if I pause for any moment, there's a time skip. Either there was a hound attack, I'll show you the first one, or there was a giant, I went to go kill it real quick, so. Yeah, if that happens. And over here, coming over here guys, this is our little shipwreck hamlet biome forest mismatch. I wanted to make something really nice and lush when you first came in here. Here's a statue for my glorious pet broodling Vladimir, Vladdy for short, you know. Just made him a little statue in the middle. We were gonna deck that out with some more telltale hearts because you know he's a vampire bat. Other than that, speaking of tooth traps and hounds, this is our tooth trap field right here. I died earlier being stupid. So this is pretty much where we go anytime there's some hound attacks, you know, some stuff to make more hounds, you know, just hound's teeth bundled up in there. And you know, anything you need. More extra forests right here just to fill in the corners of the map. Over here is our farms. We have every mushroom here. Cactus. Again, if you guys want to see these mods to kind of unroot or craft these items here that you normally can't have as a, you know, as a farm, go ahead and go to my Twitch and you can see how to do it. You can just go in the chat, even if I'm streaming, just do !TST mods and you can get the whole list. It's also on my Steam page if you want to check it out. Here's our little stops right here. These are scaled furnaces slash refrigerators. They are full of thermal stones, so in the summer, grab one out of the fridge. In the winter, just put one in the furnace. You're good to go. There's many of these stops around the base. You'll see them as we go. They're really handy if you have a big-ass base. I would highly recommend you make these yourself. They're super handy, especially when you catch yourself between season shifts and you know you don't want to overheat or freeze. So coming over here, we got some more gold berries and some light bulbs and stuff like that, so we don't have to go down the caves. Time is key with these bases, and every trip you go down the ruins, being a purist, not taking these up is just time you didn't spend building. Everything here in this base, if you guys didn't know, is made by hand. There's only a couple things spawned in, like succulents and a modded bush, because we literally cannot get those any other way, because our oasis is broken because we changed the turf, so you'll see that in a bit. Juicy berries, saplings, some lichen, some nanners. Now over here is something a little bit interesting for you guys. This is every ingredient in the game, or almost every ingredient, that we try to put away. It's all bundled away. Anytime you need it, it's in a bundling wrap. So if you need to come grab it, it's usually here. And if you don't have it, you know, it's just put it in a bundling rack. So normally you just kind of come in here, drop off whatever you need. You know, whatever is bundled. Just gonna put it away, and we also need the petals and stuff like that for crafting ingredients. So a bunch of birch nuts and succulents too. Most of the stuff we can't get. My little spice garden over here, my little fruit garden. Over here is our cooking area. We recently revamped this in a stream that I might upload to YouTube, so you might be able to see it. Just come over here with all the new Warley locations, and then you can just craft, stack of food and craft mostly. Mostly whoever's on the base, you know, we can just grab a stack of food wherever we farmed and just cook real quick. Kind of make your rations. Some birds for some eggs. Another little decorative garden I have here. Ice storage. Little low. Over here, we need to finish this. This is every food item in the game with a sign. Most of the stuff is bundle wrapped. As you can see, we usually just make meals and put them away. Need to make the Warley ones in the next episode of this mega base, if the update doesn't break it. Coming over here, you can see these grass geckos. Nothing too fancy. This is a typical grass gecko farm. Two-sided door. Just go in there, grab the grass whenever you want, and it prevents them from spawning grass geckos around here because they are near. Marble. Not too fancy. Now coming over here, we have our entrances to the cave. Nothing too special over here. Just some bats, some lights at night. They light up. Over here's our spider/bunny farm. So whenever you need silk, also some decorative carrots over there for funsies. So whenever you need silk or anything like that, you can just come over there. Just, you know, grab some silk, monster meat, some carrots, some veggies. Nothing too fancy. So, if you ever need something like that, you can just go over there and farm the bunny men and the spiders. Very simple farm. You could probably make that on almost any base. Coming over here, this is my little oasis that I like to call over here. This is an actual desert biome. This is a converted forest biome into my Jerkytopia. There's about 100 and some change jerky racks. I love my jerky racks. If you guys ever played DST with me or ever seen one of my streams, you know I build drying racks super fast. And you have all the lamps that, you know, spawn around here. And he's not going to chase me. I was going to kill him because he was damaged. Coming around here is just pretty much just a mock desert. Something I try to make, you know, make this area more aesthetic. I thought, you know, dry desert, you know, dry meat, haha, you know. So, you know, mostly just come here for frog rain. If there's a worm attack, hound attack, drop the meat on there. It's not too crazy. So coming over here, this is unfinished work right here. Nothing too fancy there. So coming over here is our turf shop, our carpet floor sales floor, as Celebean likes to say. Coming over here, this is all our modded turf / vanilla turf. So whenever we need to store turf, this is just what we do. Just come over here, dump all the turf in a chest, call it a day. Instead of looking at a really small sign or trying to guess what's in here, you just look at the floor. This is the turf that's inside of it. It's really handy. I like it. That's also a wormhole to the base. It's just where we put the turf shop just because it was a lot more handy like that. You don't always need turf, so no big deal if you lose sanity. Speaking of hound attacks and a yawn, this is what happens. Normally you use a desert stone if you're too far. It's actually kind of a waste, so but we'll just do it anyways. Come over here and wait for the hounds to show up. And, you know, just watch the chaos. They pretty much melt themselves. You don't really have to do anything. And just watch them melt themselves on the traps. Setup like this takes a little bit to get it. A couple of hound waves, unless you're farming hound's teeth, or you get lucky with some bone shards. You can get this started early. More hounds equals more teeth, and seasonal hounds drop a shit ton of teeth anyway. So, if you guys want to make a tooth trap like this field, highly recommend that you put either a flingomatic in the middle during the summer to put out the fire hounds, so you guys do not melt here, or have an endothermic fire. That way you can, you know, cool off during the flames because they'll overheat you in summer. But other than that, winter, it's no problem. Just have that campfire and you're good to go. You can also do a scale furnace, but I wouldn't do it because of overheating in summer. You could do like the little setup that we have, but the fridge will burn if the fire hounds get too close to it and if you're using a blingo. So you could do that for a lazier setup, but we just put fire pits and burn whatever garbage that we have in our inventory, usually like turf and stuff like that. It's no big deal. So just gonna smack the butterfly for a snack later. Just grab all that stuff. So coming over here, I'll show you guys the actual base, you know, actual stuff that we use. You'll see me flip my camera a lot because we put the perspective on flat. Normal Don't Starve worlds are diagonal. You want to kind of flip your camera if you guys want to build straight and something a little bit more fancy. Over here is my little shipwreck forest, a little bit of hamlet turf. Got stuck there. These are antline boulders, a couple modded stuff here. Snoop's one of the big contributors to the channel. Also helped with the base tremendously. A lot. There you go. Trying to be fancy. Helped a lot with the base. Had an IRL sheep, in real life sheep, called Lester, so we made him a little shrine here for him. Just do something nice for him. Immortalized in the mega base. Coming over here, you can see our little camping out here, a little camping trip. So if you want to go camping in your backyard, you know, a little sleep roll for everybody. Just, you know, for some aesthetics. Thought it was cute. So anytime someone needs to use a tent, there's never any fighting over a tent. I don't use tents personally, but a lot of people I know use them, so they're more than welcome to use it. And there's a different variety from some modded ones here, so some funsies. Coming over here is the base proper. This is the actual base. And remember, a lot of the stuff is modded, so a lot of stuff is modded in here, but most of the event stuff we got in here right away. Some of the Twitch skins that you can get for watching, the Twitch drops, some of the old ones, some of the new ones as well. Over here we have all of our planting items down here. We have all of our animal loot, our building items up here, boss drops, late game items, feathers, rot, you know, what have you. Basic materials are up here in large chests because we get a lot of them. Some signs and tools, rocks and minerals, gems down here, refined items all up in this row here. And we also have weapons, heals, books, stabs, amulets, armors, clothing, seasonal stuff, blueprints, and some miscellaneous stuff. Here are all my birds in all the different cages. Really nice. Loki's another lovely mod of mine and a good friend. She really likes the DST rabbits, thinks they're adorable, so I made her a little rabbit pen here for some extra rabbits that we had. So they run around their little rabbit enclosure. Really cute. Some mushroom planters there if we need them. So coming over here, we got Glommer. Yeah. Made him a little statue in a little area. Hutch is here. Normally Chester's here as well, but it looks like somebody was using him and didn't drop him off. I constant command the Hutch up here because I really like Hutch. I don't really use him all that often. He's kind of just sitting here most of the time. That's my pet mole CJ. He kind of just hangs out there. I feed him poolside a lot. Gems. Over here is where we had our beefalo, but they're an absolute pain in the ass to take care of, especially when you're running around doing 1,000 things, and they're not very useful. More of like a bragging right thing to have, not actually practical. So we got rid of them because they would untame and make an entire herd in there. So we kind of just killed them off. Not gonna lie. So coming over here, I'm gonna have to zoom out because these are kind of massive. So I wanted to make these big botanical gardens before our base. This is all mock hamlet biomes. I tried to replicate the biome of the forest in Hamlet. I planted every single tree, every rock, every radish. So, and even the turf as well. We had to craft every single one of these things. This took forever. Also, this is the plains biome from Hamlet. This is a little bit more lush than the one you'll find in Hamlet. But try to get it pretty close. Even those big old groups of grass tufts, like, you know, where the weevils hang out. Try to get that really nice and tight. Coming over here, this is the painted biome, I believe it's called. The one in Hamlet doesn't really have these big boulders, but you know, it has the iron. So try to get the tuber trees nice and pretty. So over here we also have a shipwreck one. My friend recently added some stuff for shipwreck. He modded these for me, the like viney bushes and the bamboo. So I'm trying to make a nice little mock shipwreck forest. So coming in here, we can go into the actual hamlet, the one I've made. Had a lot of help with. And we have our guard pigs out here. They get up in the morning, you guys can see that they actually have guard pig hats. That's always nice. Got some high class pigs over here, planting my favorite flower, the bird of paradise. So I painstakingly sat there and tried to get the same flower every time with the RNG roll. And if you get lost in the city, come over here, buy a map from this lovely gentleman over here. Show you everywhere in the base. All these signs point in different directions as well. This is a bit of a rework. We had some grass tufts and berry bushes here, but I am reworking this area into something different. So over here, as you can see, what lights up at night with all the lamps, you guys can see this is the new farming area that I wanted to do in the base and get everything all nice and pretty over here. I'm just gonna put some farm pigs, you know, make it look all nice and neat. Where I make all the food in the hamlet. Also had a gravestone here, but that mod doesn't seem to be working, so that gravestone's gone. Also reworking this little area over here. This is supposed to be a gift shop for the farmer's market. I also had a bunch of food over here in carts. Also getting reworked. Do not like it. You can get a little peek at Necro's home over here. You can see over here. But this is also getting reworked. All these pigs have watermelon hats, pumpkins, and mushroom hats. You know, food hats. Because you know they work at the farmer's market. As you can see, there's some leftover materials. This is usually what it looks like when we're building. Drop a bunch of stuff, and if you need it, you can come just grab it, you know, just drop it here, and then we'll pick it up later when we're done with the building. Over here, we have our armory. This is also work in progress. There's a lot of work to be done on this base, and I'm sorry there's a lot of half-assed projects in here. We kind of pick up something and then move on to the next, and eventually finish something. This is all the weapon skins and items you can get, tools and such. Over here are weapons, melee weapons, some of the skins. I need to put more in there because there was more skins added to the game. When I made this, and then these are all the armors that I need to fix up and make all fancy. These are the helmets. I need to put some more there as well. But pretty damn good. Pretty damn good looking. Try to put some guard pigs here. All these guys are wearing guard helmets as well. They patrol around here in the morning, as you'll see in a second. See the little guard pig hats so you guys don't miss out on that. See them like that. The hamlet ones. Same deal over here. I was going to have some wizards, some wizards. So you can have some pigs with magic as well. Get some low condition amulets and put them all nice in a row. See all the niceness. Looks really good. And then from this, all the magic and the creepy magic was corrupting this garden, so we thought it'd make it nice and dead looking. Looks pretty neato. I did not see myself. I actually really like this biome movement over here. Now coming here is the center of town. This is the town plaza, city plaza. This lights up at night with fireflies. Looks really nice and pretty when you get it going. It's really nice. Coming over here, we'll explore that in a bit. This is the market street. I wanted to show you all the pigs over here. While they're out, we have a seamstress, toy maker, home good vendor. We have a musician, you know, trinkets vendor. We also have a barber here. Let's have like a nice little lounge over here if you want to get some food. A little market here, get a little souvenir. Over here is you know, our fancy hats that you can pick up. And if you need something a little bit more substantial, you can have winter coats, some light here. You can also get some tam o' shanterns, other stuff like that. You can also get the, you know, get your hunt on, go you know, sports fishing, sport hunting. Also, here's our dentist and our, you know, like our Home Depot, build your own pig house. Has some refined materials there. So coming over here is our spring vendor, really popular this time of season, you know, trying to get to that. Here's our sketchy vendor who lives in the secret house, who sells all the bad stuff that you're not supposed to know about, see? Wouldn't even know he was there. Unbundle my bundle, excuse me, I need some food. Over here is Snoop's beautiful chest park. So I had a park here originally. I had to knock it down because I wasn't too happy about it. I'll let Snoops have the reel at this. Looks really nice if I do not say so myself. Put all my shit back. Okay, coming over here, we have a lost and found to our backpacks. All the people who come into the server get a new backpack. They just drop the old one that they were wearing. Backpack is very popular nowadays. And speaking of the backpack vendor, if you need a place to stash all that loot that you just got at Market Street, you can come grab backpack here. We have a bunch of extras. We had an extra Krampus sack. I think I just gave it away in the last stream. Yeah, coming over here, we have a little desert garden that I built. Looks really pretty at night. That's a full moon, unfortunately, so you won't be able to see it. And over here is Rainbow Road. And our bank. I forgot to show you guys this. This is our bank that I made. So coming on over here, you see all our thulecite and our gold. We have a metric fuck ton of both. Can't even keep it in bundles, we just have so much of it. Just can't get rid of it fast enough. A Wigfrid couldn't craft helmets faster than I could get gold. But yeah, that's our bank. That's where we keep all our valuables. Bunnyman's probably gonna attack me in a second. They guard that sinkhole at night. Once again, didn't notice me. Over here, it's just part of the art district. Just nice little pretty stuff. And over here is our statue vendor. This guy that makes all the statues. Come get a blueprint if you want. Make a different table if you need extra blueprints. They're in there. So all the statues you see around, this hardworking pig makes them. Want a little bit of movie magic? You guys are gonna be able to see the nighttime for the next day. And you guys can see the gardens light up at night. You can see I did a yellow and green theme for the desert. And then Rainbow Road is rainbow indeed. And then you guys can come see Market Street lit up at night as well. And you guys can also see the City Plaza as well. It looks really nice at night, if I do not say so myself. I think that looks really nice. F9 to remove the HUD, so you guys can kind of soak it up. Looks really, really pretty, especially with all the pig houses lit up at night and all the lanterns. Come over here, you can see the desert garden in its full glory. And then that nice, really nice Rainbow Road right there. You can just walk down the middle of the city at night. Get our HUD back, get our normal view back. So coming over here to something a little bit more impressive and unfinished things as well. See our little flower shop over here that I was making. This is a project I got out of my hands, you know what I mean? Happens. I was gonna make a little floral shop over here with some flower pigs. Didn't have enough time to craft all the stuff or materials, so I kind of just stopped working on this one. Made it an outdoor area as well where you can buy the bigger plants. You can kind of furnish your house. A lot of shipwreck turf over here and hamlet turf. So coming over here to something more impressive. This is our new Zooland. Zoom out for this one. Made that because Snoop's is Kiwi, so we made it for her. We also have a waiting area here in the gift shop. Come over here, pay for your ticket. Then come over here and you can see the rabbits. They're all hibernating because of spring. Got our fancy pantsy monkeys. Got our beefaloes. All caged up in our zoo. Got our nice little moles over here. They seem to be hiding. Also, the bats are asleep as well. We got our cave spiders. One's still floating around here. There he is. He's asleep. Tall birds. Just murdered their own children. It's great. Some catcoons over here. Here's our frogs. I don't know if they're going to come out today. Normally there's frogs in there. Over here is our Varg. And our hounds as well. They all have names. He's Cerberus. We have Fluffy, Draco, Roshi, Frozone, and Bucket. So many. Yeah, they're the frogs. We have a lot of them. Over here are No-Eyed Deer. There is our Yucuses. Our koalefants are over here in their nice little pink forest. Here are our depthworms. See? Here's our slurpers, but they're asleep right now. Our slurtles. And then our goats with their mini oasis. I love that mini oasis so much. They like to get stuck on the fences. Coming over here is a lot of work in progresses over here. This is a industrial area that I was working on. I was also working on a massive factory that I wanted to build over here. This all lights up, all the lights follow you around. Got some working stiffs over here. Got our working pigs, our miners, our lumberjacks. I was just going to make our weavers over here for the grass, and I was going to make some breed collectors as well. This is all work in progress over here, guys. This is bare bones, what we were doing. Also making a palace, going down the royal garden over here with all the tool site. Very expensive area. Over here is where I was putting my hound shoot uses. I was going to make that the palace. Again, super work in progress. I don't know if we'll ever finish this side. It's a lot of work to come over here, fancy everything up. We can take a shortcut through the zoo though. I was also going to make a little path over here, see? So we can come back to civilization. See how much rot we're going to collect by the time we're done with this tour. So come back over here. And then we're going to move on with the tour as well. Coming past over here, we're going to pass this little area right here. Let the pigs go to sleep. So over here, we were making another forest. I was going to make this a mandrake forest with a little oasis in the middle, a little pond. We're slowly carving this forest out. So this is what it normally looks like, just forest biome. And then we dig up all the trees, dig up the turf, convert it. Then we start placing down our own flora and fauna as we see fit. Coming over here is our full moon event. Just a bunch of chestnut materials and stuff like that we're using. Just 2 chat fields, standard, telepoof in, put the staff in, fend off hordes, and then call it a day. Really easy. We don't really use staffs on this base, so it doesn't really matter. We kind of just stack them in a chest and get iridescent gems. Alright, coming down here, show you some more stuff. Really hope the update doesn't break this base, that way we can keep adding to it. Over here is our burnt desert. We improved on the desert, the vanilla desert. The reason it's burnt is because a certain somebody over here in her own little biome. Oh yeah, I killed her not too long ago. Dragonfly normally sits here. I murdered her to death. So here, you guys can see the lava pits. You guys see the lava pits burnt, scorch marks. This is normally where D-fly spawns. Usually come in here, have a pan flute in here, some extra armor, stuff like that. Random crap in there. So you come in here and fight D-fly. We pulled all of our little babies, so they're not too much of a bother. Here's the arena where we normally fight her. Grab our aggro, fight her here. 6 hits, back off. You know, okay, D-fly. So coming over here is just more desert. If you guys want to see it, it's just repeating pattern. But I want to show you something before nightfall. So if we can come over here, this is our little babies in here. So if you guys ever killed D-fly and you guys hatched an egg, you guys know what's in here. There's our little babies. So we can have these guys in here. And you guys can feed them ash. And they're like little walking campfires if you guys really want to keep these guys as pets. Just make sure they don't burn your base down trying to get food. They get pretty ornery if you don't feed them. So if you guys put them in a bundling wrap, if you guys didn't know, you guys can keep them forever and not feed them. It's pretty neato. I like it. I keep them in there for funsies. So coming over here towards our little pink road, we used to do some content creators, names, and items, but that's causing the item spawner to get a little bit too like the entity count of having too many items on the world. These are the bushes I was talking about that I spawned in. So we started writing people's names out, like Snoops and Necro, and then my name in the middle. We started putting all their names around here. Like we have Bluey over here, Glurms, and we have Cam, Pools, a bunch of content creators that were helping us, and just overall nice people. We were going to put all their names here, but it's easier to put it in turf than in like Puff and Booger. All the nice streamers that we hang out with. Necro was going to write his name in hearts. But you can see the pink path is this really nice, just relaxing pink road. You can walk down in the middle of the night, or you can walk down in the daytime. It's just a nicer way to get to the desert. Totally unnecessary, but super nice. It took forever to grow all these trees and get all those bushes. The bushes were spawned in, but we harvested as many as we could. Fireflies were crafted, all those statues were crafted, we've harvested all those ferns, and we also cut down all those trees as well. Coming over here to the auxiliary tooth trap, if you are on this side of the map, you need another tooth trap. There's one here, tooth trap field. Over here is our antlion arena, some extra sandcastles. I don't know what we're going to do with those. Come here, antlion spawns dead in the center of this arena every summer. So whenever we need to fight antlion, we just come into this arena, keep your teeth in, and just leave. Nothing too fancy. This is our antlion desert, so this is the oasis desert. As you can see, the cacti, excuse me, are much more lush here. I put more succulents and aloe here just to kind of make it nice and pretty. As you can see, pretty big desert, and will not spoil the oasis, which is right here. This is our oasis. It looks absolutely gorgeous in summer. Come in here, you see all the fireflies. Everything here lights up. It's gorgeous. One of my favorite parts of the base, honestly. Grab another butterfly for some sustenance. I'll keep talking and show you guys in the base. It's still a work in progress as well. Still farming all the cactus and the rocks to place here and all the turf. It takes a long time to make a base like this, guys. If you stick with your bases, great things will come. I'm coming over here. The reason these are destroyed is because there's a meteor field here and they like to blow up my walls. Going off the beaten path, you're gonna go, oh, I put some moles here to grab all the rocks for me. Good boys. So whenever I need rocks, just dig up the burrows. I don't need to farm. You guys can do that in your world too. Over here is our ancient pig village with our wild boars. This is the guards. This is the beginning of it. This is a work in progress as well. This took a lot of effort as well. Let's see what we get. Probably some skirts. Oh, more gloves! Oh boy! Some teeth here too. Take that as well. So coming over here, I wanted to make more of a organic village instead of like little segmented places. They have their own little huts, and they have their own little lawns that they grow stuff on. So you can see all these little gardens that they have. I like to make it a nice mix of most biomes and stuff like that. So I try to mix it up really, really nice over here. And as you can see, again, just dropping turf and seeds and stuff like that whenever you need it. Over here is Pig King. Made him a nice little carpeted area. Looks really nice, nice and tight. Coming over here, you can just see more jungle stuff. Alchemy there is just for presents and inventing things if you need it. Meteor fields have been hitting this area. Not too happy about that. I'm gonna replant some stuff here. Make it look pretty. So coming over here, you can see the village. It's not too gigantic, but it still looks like a nice, lush jungle. And then we're gonna light it up with these lanterns that we got from the events, trying to make it look more natural. Rock counter's at 37. So over here, you guys can't see much. Isn't much. We literally ripped up an entire deciduous biome and put new turf there. We're just gonna make it a different jungle of our own. Nothing too crazy. We're just messing around with some stuff. So over here is this dead space. Feeding time 2.0. Let's go ahead and stuff our face with some cactus, some nopales. Go ahead and stack that. You can save that monster meat too. So let's go ahead and pack our food, pack our lunch, put that in our bundle for later, and we'll continue on the tour. I know it was a really long tour, and if you guys ever wanted to mess around with console commands and stuff like that, if you guys can't grind it out, you guys can do this mod right here. Picks for too many items. Really good mod. I use this in to spawn the bushes and stuff like that, and succulents that we can't normally get. It's also good for some quick fixes, like say if there's a pawn in the way, you can delete it and stuff like that. So good for uniformity. Most of the stuff in this game like I said, besides those bushes and these succulents here, are not spawned in. Everything is farmed the old-fashioned way. We just pick, chop, and mine our fucking teeth off until we can get every single item. So if you look at every wood wall, every spiky tree and stuff like that, that's bee stingers that we killed, that's cactus that we picked, manure that we farmed. It was a lot of hard work doing this base, guys. Over here we have a mock biome from Hamlet once again. Turned a savanna biome into a lovely Hamlet biome. Go where all the palm trees are. Super beautiful. I love these claw palms so much. Such a nice color palette. I wish the mod was updated before the creator stopped and made them different colors like they are in Hamlet. These are the old Hamlet trees. Okay, so let's go through the wormhole and see where it takes us. Still have a lot more base to check. Coming over here is the beautiful, beautiful bee biome. It's where we fight Bee Queen. Every time we want a mollywhopper, just kind of smack that, get some free honey, fight Bee Queen. Here's all our beehives. A lot of stuff from Hamlet to make it look all nice. Glows at night as well. Over here is a bit of a Mega Base oldie. The video is on YouTube if you guys want to watch it. You can go check it out. I wasn't very confident in fighting Bee Queen once upon a time, so I didn't know how to kill her. I ran out of dark swords. I did some quick thinking, and I pulled out a luxury axe and killed her with a luxury axe for the remainder of the fight. And I actually ended up killing her. That was, I think, the second or third time I've killed her ever solo. So it was kind of funny. They told me to save the axe, and one of my friends built a monument for it. So there it stays immortalized. That axe has been there ever since. Coming over here, you can see more of the bees. And this is the full biome right here. All the bees. So anytime we need honey, we can come to any of these beehives here. Here's a bit of a monument for my mother. She loves roses and she loves succulents. So I made this nice little fountain over here for her. And these are just wormwood crops over here growing. Yeah, I think they're a little bugged at the moment. I think it might crash. Well, we learned our lesson, haven't we? Don't pick these crops. Apparently these crashed the game. There's a lot of mod conflicts we're using to fix it. We're actually going to get a community mod for all aesthetic items for you base builders and stuff like that, with nothing that adds extra shit, you know, like extra ingredients or stuff like that. So it's just purely aesthetic stuff that won't help you in the game, you know, just make your base look pretty. This is Snoop's little hidey hole. She goes over here when she's pouty. Puts random shit here and hoards stuff like a raccoon. Nothing too crazy. So yeah, we're probably going to work on that mod and kind of make sure that it's stable so everybody can use it. It'd be a thick mod, but hey, it's the only mod you'll need if you want to do stuff. This is TGP's little area. He likes that throne in the middle of nowhere. He made that a while ago. He also has an area hidden up in the north, so I'll show you guys. So over here is obviously some overlay for making another garden and stuff like that. This is kind of what it looks like before we dig it up. And this is a biome that we're actively, you know, working on, like getting turf, getting ideas, getting roots, stuff like that. You know, all these raw materials, you see it on the floor. This is one we're making. We're making a swamp village for merms. It's going to be lined with breed walls and stuff like that. It's going to be like the center of town, like a little heart. There was a heart here originally, so that's why we wanted to keep it. It's hard to kill butterflies at this distance. So, moving on, swiftly moving on. Show you guys a bit of a, like, you know, what the under construction area looks like. It's the majority of the base right there, with some other, you know, doodads and trinkets somewhere else. We also have a bit of a small base in the caves. Show you guys that in a second. And other than that, that's pretty much most of the work we did in about almost 5,000 days. And we've been working on this on and off for months. We haven't done anything recent to this base because of the new updates and other games and my interest drifting away from DSD. But I'll give you some more content when the new patch is released. Play Return of Them. Oh, there's Chester. That's where he was. So coming back full circle over here, show you guys a little bit what's in the caves. But this is the majority of what's finished in the mega base and anything that isn't really far away, to kind of show you guys where we grab stuff. But you guys can see the base up until about its midpoint on videos if you guys haven't seen it already, if you guys are new to the channel. I really appreciate you guys watching this, but let's go ahead and show you this little bit of a cave base that we have, and we'll go ahead and wrap up this this big old mega base video. Just go in here before the bats attack us. It was a damn pleasure making this base, by the way, guys. You guys can see the effort that a lot of people have put into this base, and I hope it inspires you guys to make a base later on. You know, not just play DST, kind of decorate DST and kind of keep a world and make it your own. Make it your own aesthetic. You know, maybe you don't like my colors, maybe you don't like my types. You know, go ahead and download some mods. Check out the mod lists, and you know, go ahead and you know, build your own fantastic, gigantic base that likes to eat computers. Make sure your computer can handle it, first of all. So down here is our little cave base. Nothing too special. This is all practical. These boulders are stuff that we grab from Antline to go decorate upstairs. Nothing too crazy. Down here is our cave worms, our pet cave worms. They like to hide in here. There's one right here. A little grass worm. This is completely practical. Just wanted to show you guys this. We have a couple paths coming out here, but we usually just stop by here, drop some shit off, and go do Fuel Weaver, Ancient Guardian, or stuff like that, and explore some Trigger Racks too in a little park. Nothing too out of the ordinary. So, with this earthquake, I bid you guys a farewell. Here's the original hutch. The real hutch. See, he still has stuff from Christmas. That's how old this base is. But yeah, guys, at the sounds of moles eating everything, thank you for watching this. If you guys are following me on Twitch and YouTube, thank you so much for following me on both platforms. And if you guys don't know about my Twitch, go check it out. You guys can see all these streams done. You can see my ugly mug, and you guys can have a lot of fun with my community on Twitch. We do a lot of random bumfuckery. So come check out one of the streams, midnight Pacific Standard Time, like always. And honestly, from the bottom of my heart, thanks guys for getting me monetized on YouTube, helping me out with everything, you know, tips and tricks, all the banter, fun laughs. It's been a journey getting here. Hope you guys enjoyed all the hard work, and this is my appreciation for you guys to show you this huge base that we made for everybody. So, other than that, guys, have a good day.